three things that you could do right away. Even begin doing one of them would be a great help, and three of them even better. One would be to pray. It's somebody's having a very hard time forgiving. So I said, well, if you prayed every day the mystery of the rosary of our Lord's crucifixion upon the cross, if you prayed that mystery every day, thinking about our Lord and how he gave his life for you, forgiving you, and asked him to help you forgive and have the right charity towards this other person. So 5 minutes a day to pray that mystery of the rosary. And then second option I gave him, I said, well, another thing you could do would be to go to confession every month. My guess is he's probably not going at all right now, but I say if you went every month to confession, even if you don't feel you're at fault at all, even if you weren't at fault at all in this relationship, but if you go to confession every month, you would find you'd have graces that would purify your own heart and soul, give you peace and light, and would be very helpful for learning how to deal with that situation. The third point I gave him was to fast in some way every Friday. So very basic points, but I mention this because if you're dealing with someone who at the moment has nothing, those are three things, all of which I think would be very possible. Of course, even much more would be possible, but those are realistic first steps for him to take. And I said, if you take one step or two steps, three steps, then you'll often find that God will then give you the grace to know what more you should do and give you the strength to do that. Because I told him, I said, look, the Catholic faith, this is in Italian, of course, so the Catholic faith is not, you need two things. You need the light of God that comes from grace, and then you need the strength in your heart to do what you should be doing, but you feel too weak to do it, or you lose your temper, or so forth.